now that our print is done, I want to go through packing the toolbox up. If you're going to be moving the toolbox, around from your car to your house, you can pretty much pack up the spool holder, and everything in the toolbox. If this is going to be shipped, I suggest shipping the spool and the spool holder separately because they just lay in there, and if it's going to get shipped, things are going to bounce around. For shipping, I'm going to probably leave the glass on here. I may put a little tape on here to keep it from sliding, but the clips should hold it in place, and I think that'll probably be safer than shipping the glass separately. I'll put a bunch of packing material and ship it off. But for actually just closing it up and taking it to your house or your car, just go ahead and you can remove the print. And I first let it cool down, and then zero the Z. Go ahead and home it. And then I'll move the bed as far back as it'll go. And then from there, I don't need to use the power anymore, so I will disconnect the printer. Unplug the USB, unplug the power cord from the back. And the power supply, you can take the cord out here, and then I set it in this empty space right up in the front. Kind of set it in there, get it all the way in this front corner, and then I will slowly pull the bed forward. You don't want to do it too fast because it actually sends current back to the board, and you can mess up the board if you're moving the motors around. So I just do it slowly, and this is really the only time I go ahead and do that. Take the rest of this cord here, wrap that up, and then I'll take the spool and I spin it around, and I simply just kind of put it in the back. If the bed is all the way to the front, the spool will fit in the back. And the spool holder, I just kind of set in there any way it'll sit. It would be a good idea that once you have this printer, I would go ahead and probably start printing some things up so this stuff can set in there a little bit better, and maybe some holders or something like that in there. But for right now, everything's just sitting in there. So the front can go up, the cord can just kind of go in there wherever it fits. The USB can stay hooked up and go in here, and you can close the lid with this filament here. You can kind of see it rocks a little bit, which is not a problem because you can close it up. But if that bugs you, then you can just kind of pull it off to the side or something. I don't usually do that. I just pack it the way it's at. Top closed, everything's set up. So when you unpack it, obviously, open her up, throw it on the front. I start by taking the spool holder out, or the spool out, because currently the power supply is trapped underneath. So you want to take the spool out, make sure you put it the right way, take the spool holder, throw it to the side, set that up, USB comes out, you can hook that up, and then again, slowly, push it back just enough to get the power supply out. Hook that back up. This 4-pin plug plugs in the back, and you're pretty much ready to go. So that's the toolbox, packing it up and unpacking.